Big up to everyone, lovely family and lovely friends out there, wherever you're watching Awini Unity platform from. Thank you so much, and I do really appreciate your time once again. This video, basically, I'm going to talk about a lot of Ghanaian players that are doing pretty well in their club side. And secondly, I will be talking about Ghana Premier League as well. A lot of people always asking why people are not going to watch our local games, which I'm going to address one or two things here, which I feel like those things need to check if you really want people to go stadium and watch our local league. Because if Ghana Premier League are better, doing well, we can get good players there to represent the national team. You can name a lot of players. Sule Muntari come from our local Liberty. John Pencil, Samu Kufo, a lot of Ghana, Maclation. Most of our big stars we have out there, they start from Ghana Premier League, and some from the coast, Asamoah, all of them, they start from the coast. But when the local league are not better, there is no way your national teams under 20s, under 21 will be better. So we'll be talking about that. But the main focus here, we're going to talk about a lot of players that are doing very well for their club side, but when it comes to the national team, they don't even invite them for friendly match to say, okay, you guys are doing well for your club side, so let's come for the national team and show us what you can do. And these players, you can also pick the name, then you do your research to know the truth. But let me remind you, whatever you are and you want a lot of things right here in Spain, Intercop is the right place for you. Please pick the number on the screen and get more information. So without much ado, let me take you so quick, and let's talk about start from the players. I'm going to start from, you can see, Abdul Aziz Yakubu. Abdul Aziz Yakubu used to play for Portuguese Super League and is moved to Chinese Super League, doing very well. With African players, some countries, they have a lot of players that are playing for the Chinese Super League and they are playing for the national team, scoring goals for the national team and all that. But why Abdul Aziz Yakubu? Guys, look at, he played 21 games, scoring 14 goals for this season. Check all of Black Star players, combine all the goals. You have to get 4 or 5 players goes together before reaching up to Abdul Aziz Yakubu. Playing very well, full 90 minutes, scoring goals, 14 goals so far, 21 games, 14 goals. Why a player like that? We are not inviting this player. We always believe that, oh, player that play for English Premier League it should be in the national team. But with other players playing for different leagues, scoring a lot of goals, but they are not getting invited, and we're always talking about Premier League, and we're bringing a lot of English Premier League players to the national team, and at the end of the day, they are not doing well. So that is player number 1. Let's move to another player. Okay. Look at Michael Bedu. You can see him here. You can see him on the screen. Doing very well as a midfielder. Doing very well for the Swiss League. This season, midfielders play for 25 games. You know, Swedish, they start their league long time before the Premier League. So 25 games, and he's always starting, playing full 90 minutes, doing very well in the Swiss League. Score 3 goals as midfielder, which we are calling a lot of players, and you know there is a lot of players in our midfield not even getting playing time. Players that play only 3 games in their league. Some of them are there, but they are calling them for the national team, which we have a great midfielder doing very well with the Swiss League. Play 25 games, 3 goals. 3 goals, giving 6 assists. You can see it. And if you want, you can pick the name there. Then you go and do your research and comparing to the players that are always available for Black Stars. Then you ask yourself question that why this have to happen? Because Ghanaians are sick of tired players' money, paying coaches and players, and all the time they say we want to bring the love back, and the love is not coming with this kind of performance. So we need this kind of players. World Cup qualifiers is coming up. African Cup of Nations is coming up. And look at the way we perform against Mexico, not just even Mexico and US, because I wasn't surprised. Because if you follow for Black Stars for a while now, that 2 games shouldn't surprise you. even Madagascar and those kind of teams. You see what happened. So we need quality players like this doing very well. Another, that is two Ghanaian players. That is another player. Let me show you right here. Another midfielder doing well for the Swiss League this season. His name is Emmanuel Boateng. You know, we have a lot of Emmanuel Boateng. This is players that I'm talking about. They are not players that have the Swiss nationality. Okay, they are players. They are Ghanaians, and all the time when they are playing, you see this armband on their hand showing that they are Ghanaians. They just want the leaders to invite them what they can do. Doing very well in the Swiss League. Emmanuel Boateng, this player was injured, so therefore he started the league late. So he played 19 games so far, scored 1 goal and given 2 assists. And all these players are Ghanaians and they are doing very well. Go and check a lot of players that are playing for our midfield. Personal Edmond Edu, how many matches he's played for this season? A lot of them. How many goals? Would you have players like this? Why can't we invite them? And we are always calling players just because of the name of English Premier League. I'm not saying that if a player play English Premier League, they shouldn't invite him, but the performance should be top notch. And this player that play for English Premier League, if they come for the national team, how is their performance? This is the kind of thing we need to look at to. Okay, that is another player. Let's move on. Very very quick one. This player Fosu. This player Fosu, he play for Austria Strasbourg team, doing very well, playing very very well. You can see Fosu, you can see, pick the name, then you go and do your research. Doing very very well. These youngsters, they start the league not long, the Swiss league and the Austria league. They play 10 games, score 2 goals, giving 2 assists. Which you can see doing very very well. But yet, he can play midfield, defensive midfield. He can play as attacking midfielder as well. Okay, he can play defensive midfield and attacking midfield. That is a midfielder scoring, play 10 games, 2 goals, 2 assists. But this player yet, check in the Champions League. He's playing Champions League. He among when they beat Benfica, in the Champions League, and he's doing very very well in the Champions League. Not just about the Austria League, but the Champions League is doing very well. But yet a player like this are not invited to the Black Stars. We get it. We know that all of the players, they are Ghanaians. Not every player can get called up to national team. We understand that. But sometimes when you look at some players that are always keep inviting to the Black Stars, and when you check the number of games that they play, and some of the players that out there are not getting chance, you ask yourself that why? Why is it have to happen so? Kamal Soa, we all know Kamal Soa. Kamal Soa went to World Cup with Ghana. After when he went to World Cup with Ghana, it was doing very well before then. It was doing very well last season, the Champions League with Club Brugge, with Dennis Odoi. He was doing very, very well. And at some point of time, he decided not to play for Ghana. But a lot of talk go on, and the guy decided to come and play for Ghana. Went to the World Cup. They do not even give the guy a chance to even show what he can do. Therefore, after return back from the World Cup, he wasn't getting playing time again. They put him in the bench. I can tell you most of players that went to the World Cup and they didn't get playing time. They didn't get 1 second. Some of their career was now. So he had to move from Club Brugge, the same Belgium league, to another new club in the Belgium league. Just recently he moved, play for 4 games, 2 goals. Just 4 games, 2 goals. But we have a lot of players. Kamal Soa can play for the right wing and also center forward. Kamal Soa doing very well. Just 4 games, he scored 2 goals. Imagine before the end of the season, and very fast, very quick, but yet we are not inviting players like this. Why? We don't know. So we are not commanding that they must call these players, but we are here. Our job is to also help our country and the coach and those who are monitoring social media to check some of these players to give some of the players chance and see what they can do, but not calling players from other places. Look at the US game, tell you clearly that that is big. We cannot use this performance talking about you want to qualify for World Cup. With 2 games is coming, Madagascar and Comoros. We have to play these 2 games November before moving to African Cup of Nations. So you see most of the players. I already spoke about Bernard Tekpete. I already spoke about, if you watch my last video, I spoke about Bernard Tekpete playing for Bulgaria, Super League, Ludogorets. This season so far, 9 games, 4 goals, 1 assist. And playing for the Europa League, doing very well. But we find it difficult to invite these players. Why? Simply because they are not playing for English Premier League. And we have players that play English Premier League, but when they come to the national team, we cannot see their soul. We are hyping some players in English, we're hyping them. So now their head is so sweet that they play English Premier League. So whether I perform well or not, I will come to the Black Stars and still get a selection. Why? Because I play Premier League. No one can compete with me because this person play for other countries, not Premier League. A lot of players we can talk about. I also spoke about we need to find a way. Jesse Slope have injured. I don't know what is going to recover before, but Jesse Slope, whatever the coach, why can't you go and talk to Jesse Slope? Whatever problem, if you want to succeed, you need to take some certain things out. Talk to Jesse Slope. Let him come and play for a left back. Gideon Mensah, we cannot rely on Gideon Mensah. Gideon Mensah, looking at the game against US and other games, it is only Mexico. He did very well a little bit. I spoke about right here. But Gideon Mensah performance cannot take us to qualify for World Cup and going to African Cup. And we are not going for African Cup that we are going to play. We are going Africa. The Cote d'Ivoire said we have to go there and win it. They beat Ghana and they won the African Cup of Nations, I think, twice. And we are going there to take the cup. So, my brothers, my lovely Ghanaian brothers, do you believe that your Black Stars, my Black Stars, their performance that they are performing out there can go there, even qualify from the group, talking about to win African Cup of Nations? Look at Mali, the friendly matches Mali they play against other. Can see you see the game they are playing. Let's put this aside. Let's put these players aside. Now, we have a problem everywhere. The goalkeeping department, we have a lot of problem there. Now that nowhere is good in Black Stars. Goalkeeping department, defenders, strikers, and all of. I can say I think we better a little bit is the wingers that may be a little bit good. Now, let's move to Ghana Premier League. Okay, let's move to Ghana Premier League. The reason why, let's talk about Premier League, the Ghana Premier League before I tell you. Ghana Premier League, the Friday, RTU, they beat Accra Lion by 3-1. And House Saturday, yesterday, they play 0-0. House 0-0 with Samates. And today games, 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock today game, 3 Sunday games. Aduana Stars going to play against Great Olympics, which you can see right here. Okay. Aduana Stars, they're going to play against Great Olympics. And Bekim United going to play against Brekum Chelsea. And Dreams going to play against Mediama. And Kalena United going to play against Bofokatano. And Nation going to play against Kotoko. And Oswatumai going to play against Legon Cities. Okay. That is the game. So now let me show you very quick the league table, where you can see the league table right there. The league table, Samates are on top. Samates are on top with 10 points. RTU second, 10 points. And Great Olympics third. Bofokatano fourth. And who else? Legon City fifth. Asante Kotoko sixth. And the rest continue. Let's put this aside and talk about the main reason why Ghana Premier League, a lot of people are not going stadium. One, the players need to get correct salary from the league, because every young guy growing up, they are not just playing the game for fun. They want to make money to take care of their family, to take care of their loved one and their self. So if you are doing a job and you are not really getting how you really want, do you think that you can able to be there? The answer is no. So the players be fighting to get offside contract. And before fans will go to the stadium, you need to have players that, if I'm going to watch a match, there should be a player there that I'm going to watch. But ask yourself, our Premier League, what stars players when you are going to stadium to watch? You can say, okay, I'm going to watch this player. Those days you used to have Samuel Kwe, Charles Taylor, a lot of them, in the Premier League. But now we don't have. Secondly, our time for Premier League is not good. Time that normally we play 3 o'clock most of the time. We used to play 3 o'clock from 2000 coming. But stadium used to full up while we was having a lot of players, and the English Premier League was not exposed for public like everywhere like that. So therefore, you will still get people to watch. Now, English Premier League are taking over, Spanish La Liga, other leagues are taking over, and most of the young boys and the young girls, they are the ones that go stadium. So if you mark a time, maybe Ghana Premier League, let's say Arsenal going to play 3 o'clock. Then Ghana Premier League, some matches going to be 3 o'clock. Do you think that people will leave? They will prefer to go game center to watch Arsenal game. Let's say yesterday game. They will prefer to watch that game than to go and watch Hearts and other league. So you need to balance the time. You need to dodge the Europe top league. You need to dodge sometimes. Do not put sometime the league sometime to mark the time the same. Let's say maybe Spanish La Liga, and the English Premier League. You need to dodge the time. The time that even Spanish La Liga now, they are playing 10 o'clock. They are playing and sometimes 11 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning. You know why? Get to dodge the English Premier League so that they can also get market. People can go stadium. With Ghana, we love to go funeral, we love to go wedding every Saturday and Sunday. People are busy going to churches and going to make their funeral and all those kind of things. It is not like here nobody go to funeral, nobody go to wedding, all those kind of things. But Ghana, Saturday, Friday morning, everybody is going to funeral, everybody is going to party, everybody going to wedding, Awini, and all those kind of things. So you need to calculate all this time. That okay, maybe in the morning, maybe 3 o'clock. That is where a lot of people are busy in their wedding and busy in their funeral. So at least by 5:30 to 6 o'clock, a lot of people will return back from their wedding, return back from church. So they have nothing to do at that time, and that time there is no English Premier League. So you can able to attract a lot of people to the stadium. That is aside. When it comes to data system back in Ghana, it is very, very difficult, expensive data. So if you can have data, every club you have data for the stadium, Wi-Fi. You have Wi-Fi for the stadium. When the youth come, they can have free Wi-Fi. Even if sometimes the game are boring, some of them will go to the stadium simply because they will go and sit there. They will pay and go in and use your Wi-Fi as well to have data for their set. So someone can decide even to say, okay, for me to use this money buy data, let me use this money go and watch the game and use free Wi-Fi on the stadium. All those things is something that we need to look at to make Ghana Premier League better. The timing is something that will killing Ghana League, because 3 o'clock you live in Ghana, 3 o'clock this one is running for funeral, this one is running for church, this one is running for party, this one is running for Awini, and this one is running for this. So when you mark the time with all those things, there is no way it will work. So the time balance, let's say has their match last time, they put it 3 o'clock. Why don't you put it 6:30 or 6 o'clock? Why don't you do it like that so that you can get people to go to the stadium? So it is not about fans do not really want to watch. It is not about fans do not really want to watch, because you have to make a proper arrangement. Because you cannot compare the Premier League, Spanish La Liga, then you're using the same time. You're using the same time with the Ghana Premier League. So the timing have to be proper put in place, and let the players get good salary, a good treatment. There are some players I watch, sometimes they have injury and money to go hospital to make surgery or something, it become problem. And that player is a Ghana Premier League player. So you think if a player playing like this, do you think that that player will be very happy to be in Ghana Premier League? No, he prefer where he's going to get good treatment, good salary, and good future as well. This is some of the things that we need to be aware and we need to address it. So thank you so much for always tuning up to our Awini Unity platform. I really, really appreciate your time always. And one love.